Hello, students. Welcome to the class 11th statistics class. Today we will discuss chapter 4 organization of data, in which we have already discussed the classification of data, various objectives of classification and methods of classification. Today we will discuss the next topic of this chapter, that is a statistical series. What is a statistical series? A statistical series means the logical and systematical arrangement of data. This arrangement is called a statistical series. Some important series forms need to be understood before we study types of statistical series. Number one, what is variable? Variables represent quantitative character of an item. A variable is a characteristic which is capable of being measured and capable of change in its value from time to time or from one individual to another individual. This is called variable. We have to understand all these concepts which should be needed to understand statistics properly. Now, these variables must be numerically expressed in some units such as weight, age, income, profit, sales, etc. The variable can be discrete variable and continuous variable. Discrete variable, these variables are finite and are not expressed as a range. For example, 10, 20, 30, etc. And continuous variable, these variables are expressed in fractions or as a range. For example, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and so on. Let us consider the next item, that is attributes. Whom do you consider? Whom do you call attributes? Attributes represent qualitative character of an item, beauty, intelligence, honesty, etc. These are not representable in quantitative form. And population, in statistics, the data on a single variable or a set of variables contribute the population. Population or universe is the subject matter of a statistical study. We have already discussed about this concept in the earlier chapters. Let us start the types of a statistical series. There are three types of a statistical series. Number one, individual series. Number two, discrete series. And number three, continuous series. Individual series, when values of all the units are represented separately. In this series, items are listed individually. This is called individual series. And the Next, that is, whom do you consider the discrete series? The discrete series, when values of all the units are arranged in groups which are exactly measurable. In these series, all the values of variable are divided into certain groups. In this series, various values of the variable are represented along with the corresponding frequencies. That means, in the simple words, you can say the discrete series means with the variables, if frequencies are given, then it is the discrete series. The next one, continuous series, when values of all the units are arranged in groups which are not exactly measurable. In this series, all the values of variables are shown in a continuous manner along with their corresponding frequencies. Then it is called continuous series. Let us consider the following terms which are important to understand the frequency distribution. Whom do you consider frequency? It is the number of observations corresponding to particular class. What is class interval? These are the class limits, lower limit and upper limit. These limits form the range or class interval. What is class size? It is the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit of the class interval. This is called class size. And what is midpoint or mid value? Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2 is equal to mid value. Now come to the next point, that is other statistical series, or you may say types of continuous series. There are two types of continuous series. First one is exclusive series and second one is inclusive series. In the exclusive series, these series are so formed that the upper limit of one class interval is the lower limit of the next class interval. The observations with magnitude greater than or equal to lower limit but less than the upper limit of a class are included in a class interval to make it an exclusive series. You may say that in exclusive series, the upper limit of that class will not be included in that series. The upper limit will be excluded. Say, for example, 0 to 10, then 10 will not be considered in this group, in this class. 10 will be considered in the next class interval, that is from 10 to 20. Now come to the inclusive series. These series are as formed that the observations with magnitude greater than or equal to lower limit and less than or equal to upper limit of a class interval are included in the class itself. Say, both the values lower limit and upper limit will be included in the same class. For example, 1 to 9. 1 will also be considered in this class, and 9 will also be considered in this class. Then next interval will be the 10 to 19. Likewise, these are the groups class that is called inclusive series. Let us consider the another topic, conversion of inclusive series into exclusive series. The difference between upper limit of a class interval and lower limit of the next class interval is calculated. Half of this difference is added to the upper limit of each class interval, and half is subtracted from the lower limit of each class interval. Then we will get the one limit of the class interval. In this way, we can convert the inclusive series into exclusive series. To understand it clearly, suppose 0 to 10 to 19, we have to calculate the difference between the upper limit of the first class, that is 9, and lower limit of the second class, that is 10. So the difference 10 and 9 equal to 1. 1 divided by 2 equal to 0.5. 0.5 will be deducted from the lower limit and added to the upper limit. So the next class will be started from the 0.5 to 9.5 and 9.5 to 19.5. In this way it is converted in the exclusive series. Let us consider the simple and cumulative series. What is simple and cumulative series? Simple, one second. Simple and cumulative series. Simple frequency series. In this series, the frequency of each class is represented individually. It is also called non-cumulative series, as there are no aggregate of frequencies. And cumulative frequencies, in these series, frequencies of the class intervals are arranged, or you may say aggregated. These are formed by adding the successive or preceding frequencies in the groups. Now, let us consider the next construction of series. How you can construct a series when mid values are given. When midpoints are given in a series, then this mid value series is to be corrected or converted into a continuous series. Now, open-end series. In this series, lower limit of first class interval is not given. In this series, upper limit of last class interval is also not given. Below or above words are used instead of lower limit and upper limit respectively. In this way, we have completed the chapter 4. You have to solve the exercise. If there is any problem, you may ask. And in the next class, we will consider the next chapter. chapter 5, that is the presentation of data, textual and tabular presentation. Thank you.